Hey, Nolan, good to see you. Today we're talking about Secure Act 2.0 and what it means for your retirement accounts. As you know, Secure Act 2.0 recently passed the House with overwhelming bipartisan support. There are many provisions in there. We're going to break down some of the big takeaways, and we're going to start with proposed changes to the 401k. So, what are those changes?
Well, the big change to the 401k, first and foremost, is automatic enrollment in your employer's 401k plan. Previously, the way this is different is you used to have a choice on whether or not you wanted part of your salary deducted as a contribution into your 401k. Now you don't really get the choice. So the way this works, or it's proposed to work, is it starts with a 3% deduction of your paycheck going into your 401k each and every year. That increases by a percent, and then it caps out at 10%. So this is kind of the government's way to encourage retirement savings and put money into employer sponsored plans.
And also, there might be more options if we want to invest in a 401k Roth.
Right. Yeah. So investing in a 401k Roth too, there are more options there. Every employer is going to be mandated to allow Roth 401k contributions, which was not previously allowed also. The main difference there is just when the money's taxed, you put money into a pre-tax 401k. You don't pay tax now, but you pay tax when you take money out. A Roth is the opposite. You pay tax now, but you don't pay money when you take money. You don't pay taxes when you take money out down the road. Sorry.
Yeah, huge tax benefits. That's great. Also, this bill is proposing changes to catch-up contributions.
Yeah, catch-up contributions, which for those not familiar is for anybody over the age of 50, you're allowed to put a little bit extra into all of your retirement accounts. That money used to be fixed. It was a fixed dollar amount that would increase every few years. The way that it's proposed now is that that dollar amount is now going to be increased with inflation each and every year. So if inflation stays relatively high as it is right now, we would expect that catch-up contribution to increase pretty drastically over the next few years, which is a pretty good thing for workers over the age of 50.
Yeah, it sure is. All right. Another proposal is to increase the starting age for required minimum distributions to 73 in 2022 and kind of staggering it then on out. Who does this help?
So this helps people that are maybe like at the tail end of their working years and not quite ready to take money out of their retirement accounts. I know plenty of my clients are working into their late 60s and early 70s,
Right.
more by choice than anything else. But it does help those folks just not have to start taking extra money out of their retirement accounts sooner than they would like to. It also just helps those that are preparing for taxes to go up in the future, because it gives you a few more years maybe to consider Roth conversions or some conversion strategies to get more money out of pre-tax accounts. So it does afford an opportunity to look at a couple different strategies.
Okay. And kind of on the same note, those RMDs will affect beneficiaries when they inherit accounts. And this gets a little bit complicated, Nolan. What do we need to know?
Yeah, inheriting an IRA, I mean, it gets more and more complicated as time goes on. It used to be pretty simple. When you inherited an IRA, you basically got an unlimited amount of time until you really needed to take money out of the account. Well, as you can see with this chart, I mean, after the Secure Act, and especially after the Secure Act 2.0, when they start to clarify some of these things, you can be many different types of a beneficiary of an IRA account, and the way that you have to take money out, how quickly you have to take money out, how that money is taxed. All of those things just continue to get more and more burdensome and more difficult to understand. So I think more than anything, when looking at a chart like this, it's important to understand it's tough to know everything, and it's more important than ever just to get advice and seek out professional guidance when dealing with any sort of an estate, inheritance, or anything like that.
That's very well said. I mean, huge implications. And this is something that if you are going to be inheriting an account, call you right now, right? But Nolan, if somebody has questions about all these proposed changes, what's the best way to reach you?
So two ways. Number one is just calling our office. It's 616-301 2581. You can call and ask to talk to either me or Ron to talk about investments, taxes, things like that. Or you could go to our website, cornerstone-rp.com, and fill out our contact form at the bottom of the homepage, and we'll be in touch with you shortly.
That's great. This was really helpful, Nolan. Thank you.
Thank you, Erin.